Near me, everyone. So I just wanted to do a little brief introduction to the videos to let you know what I'm doing here. So I'm doing autumn readings for each of the signs for free on YouTube. If you want to get a more personal reading, you can go to my website, toadstooltarotandmore.com, and you can select from a variety of different types of readings, depending on what you want to focus on. If you want to focus on a specific area like love and romance, or money, your health, anything at all, really, a specific issue. Or if you want to get a general reading, I also have 6-month readings, 12-month readings, bridge readings, and I have something called a mystic energy reading that gets put out on a regular basis that you can sign up for as well. So please go check that out if you're interested. So for these videos, I'm just going to take a look at the general energy, and also for I guess a little more than 4 specific areas. I've grouped it into money, into love, into health, and then the 4th one, which is kind of a couple combined, is family, community, and what you are communicating out. So these are very interesting thorough readings for general readings, but they are just that, general readings for each sign. So again, if you want to get a personal reading and see what's happening for you specifically and get some guidance into that, just let me know. Send me an email and let me know what you're interested in getting. Alright, so without further ado, here's the reading for your sign. Hi Sagittarius. So I hope you've had a wonderful summer. I hope you're going to have a wonderful autumn as well. And I hope that you watch my intro so you know what's going on here, and so you know where to get a personalized reading from me. You can do that on my website, on the services page. You can find a link to my website down below in the description. So these are pre-shuffled. I'm just going to give them a little mix up, and we'll jump right in and get started. Okay, like many of the other signs, I'm getting I originally was going to just pick one color card, but I'm getting the message to take 2 for you. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that. Your color cards are bronze, strengthen your body, and coral, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. And I'm going to choose just one color for you. Cherry reversed. And it was the same as Scorpios. Interesting. Alright, now for the bush cards. Love, finances, health, and family, extended family, and friends that are really close to you, your tribe, your soul family, tribe. And also communication. Alright, beautiful cards. I'm going to start by just looking at the Tree Oracle book. I'm reading the Cherry Reverse card for you. So this will just take a minute. It's okay. The key word with this card is purity. And in reverse, consider keeping away from any substances that you know are not good for you, and especially foods that are highly refined. If your life is lacking in joy, try to take pleasure in the simplest things, such as the beauty of a flower. What I am seeing with this card and other cards in this spread is that this season may be a time for you of purification, of some cleansing with your body, really getting healthier and feeling more alive for it, being able to appreciate smaller things. Again, the message with that card said if you're having trouble finding joy in your life, to take it to simple things, simplicity. And that has to do with being mindful, being in the moment, and focusing your attention on what it is that you have right now that you do enjoy, even the small things, and really just focusing in on the small things that give you joy. So that's something everybody can do, whether you're happy anyway or not. It's just to know the small things in your life. Okay, so we have here, where do I want to start? I'm going to start with this one, with finances. Finances, you have an energy of trust here, of trusting the universe, trusting yourself. So it may be that some of you have been dealing with kind of inner battles, feeling like maybe you're not wise enough, not strong enough to make your own decisions, or just feeling apprehensive, feeling doubt, insecurity, unsureness. And this season you're being asked to really tune into life, tune into positive energy, optimism, and build your self-esteem and your confidence through, in part, the strengthening of your body and your health, your physical health. So this card is about taking risks that are a little bit frightening for you, or making changes that are a little bit frightening for you. It's kind of unknown territory. But as long as you're following your intuition, you're in touch with spirit, with your higher self, your heart, and you're following that guidance, the opportunities that are coming to you that may be a little bit scary, having trust with yourself, having trust with the universe, and taking some chances is supported and can bring about abundance and beneficial changes and shifts with your financial situation. This can be like switching jobs for some people. This might be investing in some way. It also may have to do with giving up habits and addictions. Maybe that you're addicted to something, food, refined foods, or something else you're addicted to that's costing you money or not costing you money. And giving these things up is going to shift things for you financially. It might be a little bit frightening to do so, but it can really bring benefits, and this is in your best interest during this season. Okay, now I want to look at health. With health, you have a card that has a strong energy of being able to manifest in the physical realm your goals, your desires, better health through being tuned into your intuition, your inner guidance. Sometimes we can't really tell the difference between what our heart is telling us and our higher self, what our intuition is telling us, and what our brain is telling us. And the more that you do meditation, the more that you notice synchronicities, the more that you allow yourself to kind of go with the flow in certain areas of your life and build your confidence, the more you're going to be able to recognize it, especially taking note of synchronicities in your life, because you're going to realize, like, oh, you're going to be able to better recognize the heartfelt guidance from your brain, because you'll have sort of signs, synchronicities. If you don't know what synchronicity means, I would look that up. Okay, so this card can also be about taking advice from others and getting guidance from others in certain situations, and there is a message here to not just blindly accept guidance from other people, not just do what other people tell you to because of this or that, because they're so-called authority in some matter, or because you trust them, because you don't have the answer, because they look like they would have the answer. It's perfectly good and well and fine to take advice, to listen to other people's opinions, but ultimately it is you, your inner world, your heart, okay, your higher knowing that knows what's best for you when it comes to health and other aspects as well. But you definitely have a strong energy of needing to be aware of that and to ultimately go with your heart, not your ego, not to be confused with your ego or your brain, mind, but your heart, spirit, soul, higher mind. We'll go to family, communication, really close friends, your tribe, etc. You have an energy of kind of taking it easy, going with the flow, not making waves when you don't need to. It's a pick your battles sort of thing. Okay, so if you do not want to go with the flow, if it is against you, that's like if it's, how do I say this? If it's something that is truly not okay with you in your heart, okay, you don't want to steer around other people, but there is a strong energy here of go with the flow. So it's very much about like, how much is this really hurting me if I let this person have their way? How much is it really hurting me if I let them make a decision here instead of me? Is it really important to me or not? It may be that you're in need of creating some balance with others in your family or in your tribe or in your communications in general. And there are phases in life, right? So sometimes it's time to lead and sometimes it's time to follow. In this season, you have the card of follow. You have the card of being like loose and just floating in the ocean and enjoying the ride. So take that information into your mind and let that sit there and see how that applies in your life, at what you feel for you specifically, how that's applicable. But it is also about not letting things get to you, things that are beyond your control. It's about you can go for what you want, but it's really about like not being nitpicky with people. Also, it's go with the flow. All right. So, also we have partnerships. So romantic relationship is what this is. Love and romantic relationship. So if you are in a relationship, in marriage, this is your marriage and your marriage partner. If you're in a committed, monogamous relationship with somebody, then it is that other person and the relationship. If you are dating around, then it is you and the people you are dating. If you are single and you're happy and content single and want to stay single, it is you and your relationship with yourself and the self-love you give yourself, how you love yourself. If you are single and wanting a relationship, it's your relationship with yourself, self-love, the way you love yourself, and also potential future romantic partners and potentially people that you date also casually. Okay, so with that area, you have an energy of kind of mental evolution, of expanding your mind, okay? Of creating new visions, really opening your mind to what is possible. Sometimes you may have entered into a relationship and thought, like, okay, this is not the most compatible thing, there's sort of some deal breakers here, but maybe it'll work for a little while, maybe I can casually date them for a while. It's about kind of loosening that up, having more of an open mind, and you may see like, wow, actually, this thing that I thought was a deal breaker isn't. Maybe this can evolve into something steady. This is just an example. This isn't going to be the way it is for everyone. You know, when you know you and what's a deal breaker, it's not really. It's just about kind of asking yourself the questions and having an open mind. But what I see here is like for some of you, things are going to expand beyond what you thought was possible. Okay? You're going to have new visions. So for some of you who are single and think you know exactly what you want in a partnership, you're going to get a wake-up call. You're going to meet someone who's like exactly what you think you want, and you're going to be like, there was no chemistry there, or wow, that's not really what I want, and oops, you know, like I didn't realize that it came with this. There's a shadow side to that attribute, you know? And you're going to have kind of a shift in your vision. You're going to be like, well, actually what I want is not somebody who is going to be super attentive and call me and check in on me 24/7. Actually, I want a little more space, you know, that type of thing. You may have new visions with that. But for some of you who are already coupled with somebody, this is about like, you may within your relationship find new visions. So for some of you, it may be like, you're living with somebody and you guys develop a vision of like you want to stay living together, but you want to live somewhere else. Okay, so you create that, oh, this is our dream home together, this is what we're going to work towards. For some of you, this may be like, it can be all different types of things, but it is about metamorphosis, about one thing turning into another thing, and it becoming a greater and greater thing, a maturity, a soul evolution. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful energy. It's also a message of like cycles, right? So, you know, not everything is black and white, and not everything is linear. Sometimes there are certain cycles. A lot of things in life are cycles, right? So it's like sometimes you argue with your partner, and then through that, afterwards, maybe there's a phase of figuring things out and healing communication, figuring out how you can better do things next time, and then you have a stronger relationship for it. As an example. So it looks like for a lot of you, there's been some of that going on already, that there's been like cycles of evolution, and you've come to a certain point, and you are being asked to evolve further. Your relationship to evolve further, yourself to evolve further within a relationship, or to yourself again. And it's a really beautiful energy. It also has the essence of the elements within it. Okay, so sometimes things are about material stuff, sometimes it's about mental stuff, sometimes it's about emotional stuff, sometimes it's about spiritual stuff, and sometimes we get it confused, right? Sometimes we think that like something is strictly emotional, and really it's not. It's mental. Sometimes we think something is strictly physical, like oh, I feel used. This person, the relationship is on balance. You know, I feel used. I'm always buying this person gifts. They never get me anything. And you think it's a physical issue when really it's a mental issue, or it's an emotional issue. And it's kind of like, why are you giving this person gifts all the time? Oh, because I want something in return from them. And like, is that really? So there's like some stuff there that you might just want to be aware of that. Okay. It does look like, you know, the more you purify yourself, the more you release anything that's really abusive to yourself physically and your health, and the more you get in touch with your inner guidance, the easier your relationship is going to be, the smoother the evolution is going to be, and the changing, the growth, the development is going to be. Also, the going with the flow thing, it's about not being on somebody's case all the time. That has to do with communication, going with the flow. If you are a writer, I'm going to say this, if you are a writer or you're having trouble communicating in general, allowing flow is going to be helpful. If you have to journal, that's fine. Journal, so that you're getting it out. You're allowing it to flow. But also, it's about communicating and having a flow of communication with others, both listening and expressing, and not damming that out. Alright, so I'm about to wrap the reading up. I think we covered just about everything, but I do want to say that these cards. Okay, before I do that, I have to point out this is in the family sector, so it may be that some issues in your family have been kind of dammed up and something needs to be released and allowed to flow. So you may want to do some meditating on that if you're not aware of what that is already. Because it is doubly enforced with the portal. Okay, so now I just want to say before I go that these color cards are not only messages for this reading, but the way I'm viewing them is really as a message and a gift from the spirit, because it is giving you something that is very easy to do that can be very beneficial for you in working with these colors. So all you really need to do is bring more of these colors into your life, keep them closer to you, and you will attune to the vibration of the colors, and it will become, they can greatly help you. It can greatly help you to do this, to be this vibrational frequency and help you evolve in your life, help things be smoother, even potentially. So for bronze, this is what bronze looks like. Just bring that into your life, wearing more bronze, bringing things into your home that are bronze, your car, your office, etc. can help you to strengthen your body. Coral, same thing, wearing more coral, bringing it into your home, office, car can help you to allow more flow in your life and release some of those dams, allow more flow, and allow synchronicity into your life. Alright, Sag, thanks for viewing my videos. That's it, so until next time, I hope you're well and enjoy your autumn. Bye-bye.